Are you listening? Damn.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm Damian Hill. TJ O'Connor could not be with me tonight. He has a family, he has a job, he has other BS going on in his life, So tonight it's just me and my guest, Jimmy Barnes, who's getting ready for his pro debut in MMA, going against a seasoned vet, Mahmoud Aburia. And man, I'm super excited for that fight. That's definitely a tough pro debut. Trash Talk is brought to you again by Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Strings Tattoo out of New Brighton, Minnesota, Origin Wellness Center CBD, TJ's mom, and the fighter. How are you doing?
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Can't complain at all, man. I'm honestly, I'm really impressed. I seen a picture recently about a new tattoo that you just got, and I like that. You mind showing that off to the camera for a little bit?
See if I can get it good there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's of the American flag. God bless America, man. My sponsor's Kappa Tattoo has done all the work on my arms and pretty much everything on my arms, my chest, my stomach, everything. Just been amazing.
Dude, hell yeah. How many tattoos do you have, actually?
Oh, shit. I don't even know if I've been asked that.
Lost count?
I think I'm probably at like 7 or 8 now, so I'm doing quite a bit.
Yeah,
they've been awesome.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you right there.
Man. I'm going to have both. I'm going to have 2 arm sleeves, so that's the goal.
Oh, hell yeah. Now, enough about the tattoos. Going into this fight with Mahmoud, we spoke previously about, was it a month ago, maybe? Not even?
We did. I think it was inside the trash can or whatever. I think that was after. I think it was actually back in October, so it's been a while.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it has been a while. It's been about 2-3 months. Yeah. So, So now that we're closer to the fight, how's preparation for this for your opponent and wrapping up the camp been going for you?
Camp's been going good. Obviously, with camps and stuff, you get injuries and different stuff. I originally I pulled out of this fight. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah, I did. I was going to ask you about that later. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah. I got injured in camp, got a suggestion that I shouldn't, fight, and then I ended up getting more suggestions. Things started healing well, and it's one of those things where I got the clearance, and I'm like, you know what, I'm down to bang, let's go. It's like, my time is short in this, in this game, and I'm here to fight. So.
Hell yeah, I love that, and I love the spirit too. One of the things is that one of the things that might play a factor into a guy pulling out because of an injury and stuff like that is, we have people that are looking out for us that are only in for our best interests. So if there's any hindrance in your performance, I know my coaches have told me not to take certain fights before because of certain things that they knew that we shouldn't let everybody else know. Sorry. And then, turns out to not be that big of a deal and go right into the fight anyway. Is that kind of what happened? Like as soon as you found out,
we kind of, Brock kind of was the voice of reason. He was like, well, maybe we should look at this a little differently, it kind of deal. And then I started battle testing it, and it's like, I'm good. Everything's good. I'm gold. I'm actually at 100%. I'm ready for this fight.
Okay, yeah. There was one time where I was, this has been a few guys, not just at my gym, but just at other teams, other fighters that I know in general, that knees are something that no one wants to mess around with. I convinced myself that I had messed up my meniscus. And then about a week later, I'm running, I'm jumping, doing hopscotch with the kids and stuff like that, and it's just like I felt fine after that. But when it first happened, I was really nervous, and I'm like, I know your injury was not a knee, but I don't even care for you to speak on it because no one needs to know that leading up to the fight.
I'm sure he knows, and it is what it is. He knows, but no, I'm not going into this fight at 90%. I'm not going into this fight at 95%. I'm going in at 100%. So I wouldn't be going in if I didn't feel I couldn't, honestly.
Hell yeah. No, that's great to hear. And so what has been the changing factor in wrapping up camp? Because I know things start to change from the intensity levels at the beginning of camp, and especially when it comes to sparring and rolling, because we've known guys to get injured. I mean, in grappling exchanges too, sometimes, something twists the wrong way, something bends the wrong way, something in sparring, getting hit too hard or what have you and everything. What have been the changes that you've made in the wrapping up the camp, but still keeping that intensity and that pace and the cardio aspect all intact?
When you grapple with someone like Brock Larson, it's one of those things where you almost can't go in with a low intensity. It's one of those things where I've been like today, full blown sparring. We were going all out. So
yep.
And then tomorrow it'll be the same thing. Leading me up to camp, I'm not really so much as putting a stop to the cardio side and all that stuff. It's more as I'm still pushing. Next week will be, about obviously maintaining weight and, and making weight and stuff and, kind of, winding things down. But
yep.
As far as, that aspect, it's been, I've been pushing. I've been pushing hard. My last fight, I found out that my cardio wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I had, I brought on an awesome sponsor. That's Cody Bierman. He's, helped me out, guys. So you guys have seen a lot of posts and stuff about it. But yeah, he's really helped me fine tune my conditioning, and it's on point.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the things that I mentioned in the Inside the Trash Can is that you were working with your last opponent, Thomas Peterson, and I mean, honestly, working with a guy that got a win over you and everything, and that we don't like to speak too much about fighters' losses and everything, especially going into a fight where you're expected to get a W, So, but
yep.
Working with the guy that was able to exploit holes and stuff, how has that been going? And then knowing that he's the one that made you realize your cardio was a factor going into the training camp, increasing the cardio, and then also working with him. How has that played out? Or how do you think it's played out so far?
It's been a handful of times I've been down there working with those Spartan guys and stuff and working with Tommy. Obviously our schedules are different and a lot of times they may travel and stuff, but we've tried to get together and work a lot. And, and I've seen him grow a crazy amount since that fight. And he's even said that I've grown in a lot of ways. I think he's going to be a scary dude for this heavyweight division. And he said the same about me. He says, I'm developing my hands. That's been my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Developing my hands, my head movements, just, all sorts of footwork and stuff that I didn't do. I more or less found out I had a damn good chin.
Yeah.
But I don't want that. I want to go in. I'm going to push the pace of this fight, and it's going to be on my terms.
Hell yeah, dude. I love what you just said, especially the fact that you speak with so much conviction too. Like you believe what you're saying and you know it's true. And that's what always makes for an interesting fight. When two guys go in there believing that they're gonna win and dominate, and then you have to see how it plays out. That's just amazing. I know that excites the fans. It excites me. If it doesn't excite the fans, oh my God, you're a fool. If it doesn't excite you,
No, this card alone is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I am excited for this card. I mean, obviously I'm excited for my fight. Thomas has got a fight. He's fighting a tough dude. But dude, there's just a lot of freaking warriors on this card. It's amazing. Jeremy Bjornberg's done an amazing job, and thank you for him for offering me the fight too. But it's been unreal to see this card develop.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I feel like the card, if it isn't sold out already, it's going to sell out the night of the fight. Like it just will. I know it because we all know there's procrastinators that like to get their tickets at the last minute. Do you feel like there's any extra pressure being on the last card of the year for Minnesota and being on one of the most stacked cards in Minnesota while making your pro debut?
Honestly, my last fight, I got in my head a lot. This fight, I'm going out there. I'm going out there and doing what I do, and I'm going to do what I love, and the rest will just fall into place. Honestly, I'm not worried about who's out there, who's watching, who's, I don't care. I'm going for blood, man. That is it.
Dude, that I love that answer as well, dude. Oh my God, hell yeah! You got to go out there. You got to go out there focused on what you're gonna do and what's gonna get you the W. Now this is a little bit of a sidetrack question. This is just something I'm curious about because I follow you on Facebook, on Instagram, and everything, and it's just the kids. Have they been letting you sleep enough and getting the proper training in the morning when you wake up and stuff? How's it been going with two twin baby boys, man?
Oh, dude, it's been going good. Honestly, I got to give a lot of shout out to my dad. My dad's really stepped up this camp, and the twins have been kind of hellions when I bring them to jiu-jitsu, and
Yeah.
really stepping up and helping and watching the kids and just being that person there for me. And even right now, my wife is sitting there trying to keep one of them quiet.
Yeah. Well,
I have a lot of good people in my life that are there for me and helping me out. But oh, dude, these twins. Some nights they're good, some nights not so good, man.
Yeah.
But you take.
Yeah, dude, I can only imagine like as they get older and as they grow together and stuff like that. What I mean, this really isn't even about the fight because I'm just curious. Like, are you gonna get them into wrestling like how you were in wrestling, or what?
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in jiu-jitsu by the time they're walking. Dude,
I was gonna make the joke to you the last time that we did the inside the trash can where I'm like it seems like your kids might have been born with cauliflower ear, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't want that to come across as offensive or anything like that. But I feel like you totally understand that. That's a compliment. I don't obviously their ears are fine. You have two beautiful baby boys, but their ears probably won't look like that for long under your guidance.
No. They're gonna hit that mat, and even my daughter's expressed interest in wrestling. I was like, "What?
What?"
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "Yeah, I want to fight like Dad." And then my grandpa or her grandpa mentioned her like, "Well, you want to fight like Dad? Well, you get punched in the face." She's like, "What?
Yeah.
I get punched in the face? Well, I don't know if I want to do that then." Like, what do you understand what I do, sweetheart? But it's like, oh, it's funny. It's good fun though.
Yeah. Do you feel a lot of support from the kids too? I mean, obviously your two sons are babies and everything, but I mean, do you feel extra motivation? Because that's one of the things Donald Cerrone had spoke about. And I think I brought this up the last time we had spoke or whatever. But dude, I don't have any kids. I have no idea what it's like. I have no idea the inspiration that you feel behind them. And when you feel like you're going out there and doing something for more than just yourself, for people that actually depend on you. But I've heard people speak on it. How's it made you feel, and how's it impacted the training camp and getting ready? Especially, has it impacted at all making the jump to going pro too? Considering you're not getting paid as an amateur.
Right. That last fight was something I knew I had to do. It was a tough fight that I know I needed before I went pro. But right now, obviously they're my inspiration. If I were to make it to the UFC or make it to Bellator or whatever, it's obviously going to be in their favor. It's going to help them and help the family. But my biggest thing is this next fight. It's if I lose, they don't eat. Kind of deal. In my head, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's like I get paid whatever to show, but to me, it's the win bonus. That's what's going to feed them the next month or get them the good clothes. It's one of those things, and that's how I'm going to feel when I go in that cage too.
Hell yeah. Well, the win bonus is one thing that like separates like the motivation, but then knowing that you have to get the win bonus for your family so you can take care and so you can support them, that's a whole nother motivation that I still don't even understand. Like I have an idea, but that's all it is just an idea. Now going into this fight, I mean, dude, what do you feel, or what's the statement you want to make in your pro debut? I mean, especially taking on a tough competitor who has already had a few pro fights, you know, in kickboxing and in MMA. Now, you going out there and gaining a win, what do you say that does for you, and what's the statement you want to make with the W?
Well, you know, obviously I have nothing but respect for Mahmoud. I think that's how you say his name.
Yep.
You know, he's been in the sport. He's been around for a while. But I am going to come there and show absolute carnage in that cage.
Dude. Oh, my
I've
God.
never been more mentally motivated and more mentally just wanting to go and tear shit up than I am now. Honestly,
Man.
there's nothing that when that cage door closes, you're going to see something different, Damien. I promise you that.
Oh, hell yeah. And I honestly, I can't wait for it. I'm anticipating. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now. Oh, my God. This December 21st is just going to be a packed card going down at Canterbury Park. I mean, but before we wrap this up, is there any teammates, sponsors, or any last words even that you have to the fans to come out and buy the tickets and claim a seat early before the show sells out, because it's guaranteed to sell out?
Absolutely. You know, one of the biggest things, I was talking with Jeremy about it, and you know, and I love the fact that he's trying to put on a lot of shows and bring Minnesota MMA back. Come out and support your people if you can. If you can't make it, you know, like I've been doing, is buy a ticket, you know, and I can donate it to somebody that, you know, that could use it, you know, or that's never been to an MMA show, and excite them. You know,
yeah.
Support your people. You know, support your people that do this, because you know, I spend hours and hours a day doing this. And it having you guys show up and having people show up means the world. So it's so yeah, keep supporting. And then obviously my team at Start BJJ and you know, all those guys there, they've been awesome. My training partners Colton Warner and Jeff Warner, I've been working those guys out of St. Paul area. Obviously my coach Mark, Brock, Angel, all those guys have been great. My sponsors, Burt's Auto Body, Quebec Law, Mashawaka Community Center, Kappa Tattoo, this awesome ink.
Yep.
No Photography, Laura Kate's Healing Touch Massage, Quebec Auto Sales. Everyone's been great. Cody Bierman, he's been doing all my strength and conditioning. Look him up. He's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you guys need to be there. There's going to be fireworks. You know, Tommy's got a fight. You know, you're going to have two top heavyweights on the card. Two up and coming rising stars right there, man.
Hell yeah, dude. This is going to be one of the most stacked cards Minnesota has put on all year, and you're on it facing a tough opponent, and you're one of the toughest dudes around. I think I mentioned in the Inside the Trash Can interview that we did with you. Man, there's honestly, you probably, like, if there was an award that was going to be given out for toughest man of the year, you probably would be the hands down winner. You know, I mean, dude, like and especially with heart too, you know, like, I mean, granted, we don't like to bring up people's losses and everything, but the thing is that I love the most is that when you can look at somebody lose and still be impressed with them and impressed with their abilities, and that's what you brought to the table even with the loss. So I can only expect what you're going to bring to the table to try and get this win, dude. I mean, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait for this fight. I can't wait for this card. December 21st going down at Canterbury Park. Be sure to reach out to the fighters for tickets. Jimmy Barnes is select his name when you go online and try to buy those tickets, you know. Make sure all these fighters get a cut. I mean, oh my God, be there or be a hoe. Oh my God, this is going to be the greatest card that Minnesota has probably put on in a long time. And
should make that into a meme. Be there or be a hoe.
Yeah.
Hey, and if I know TJ wasn't on, but if he brings that Connect 4 game, I still want to go down with that Connect 4. Called right now, TJ. You are called out.
Ooh, oh my God. So it's going to be 2 battles in one night for you. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait. Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, get your tickets, be there or be square. Trash Talk is brought to you again by Valhalla Combat Sports, Ink Strings Tattoo out in New Brighton, Minnesota, Origin Wellness CBD, the fighters, and TJ's mom. Remember to like and subscribe to Trash Talk with Damien and TJ. We out.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Are you listening? Damn.